sweat.
Why bother?
Because I want some life in those legs, Morrison. You want us to carry you down the road tomorrow?
You won't have to.
None of your lip.
Kirby, you wouldn't want to spend these last hours in solitary, would you?
Yeah, sure, Morrison. Maybe you'd like to walk out of the hole tomorrow.
I'd rather not.
Morning, Galahad.
Fine day, Father.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, Father. Well, I think I've cultivated the body beautiful sufficiently for today.
How are you?
Nothing new here. Father, I'd rather you didn't think me irreligious.
No, I don't believe that you're an irreligious man. But I would like you to explain more about yourself.
Me? Why, I'm here under a social code of retribution, Father.
Professor, do you believe that murder is morally wrong?
If society considered murder morally wrong, you and I wouldn't be here. There couldn't be a death row. Now, you tell me. How does one distinguish between murder committed by an individual and murder committed by the state?
We will all be forgiven.
That seems to be our only chance. What do you want?
Your lawyer's here, Herbie. This may be your last chance, and I got a feeling that this is a stay for sure.
He don't want no stay. He wants a pardon.
You gotta see him this time, Herbie.
All right, I want to say goodbye to Berg anyway.
Attaboy, Professor. Maybe your mouthpiece got good news for you.
You gotta have faith, Herbie. You never know.
Pop, how many of us have you given the final send-off, huh?
We don't like to think about that, Herbie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Okay. Sit down, Mr. Berg. They're on their way down. Morrison ought to be here any minute.
Thank you, Warden. I appreciate your help. You wouldn't see me before.
You know, Berg, your client's a strange man, but he's been a quiet prisoner.
He's always been a quiet man, but he's not strange. He's just... Well, he's just Herbert Morrison, bachelor, professor of English literature in a small freshwater college.
He's a murderer, Mr. Berg. He killed a young girl, one of his students. That's why he's here.
He's not a murderer, Warden. He's just a man who was caught up in a legal nightmare. Alienated from everything familiar. Isolated from humanity. Dropped into an incomprehensible concrete mixer of jurisprudence. And started down the belt to the murder factory.
Every murderer protests his innocence.
Hello, Maury. Sorry, no, we're not allowed to shake hands.
I don't get it, Herbert. I don't understand why you wouldn't see me. Now we've only a few hours left.
I just came to say goodbye, Maury, and tell you I appreciate everything you tried to do for me.
I haven't done anything yet. You wouldn't even let me try. I could have gotten rich, stays. They're both the state and federal courts. Why?
I don't want to play their game, Maury. That's all part of their ritual. I didn't volunteer, and I'm still not playing.
I'm going to get you that stay yet.
I've seen what it does to a man to prolong the inevitable that way. I don't want it.
Just sign this. I've got the warden's permission. Sign it here, now. Oh, you idiot. You don't know what's going on. I've got Lou Dutton on this thing now.
Who is Lou Dutton?
I'll tell you who Lou Dutton is. He's the best private detective in the country. He never accepts a case unless he can deliver. But he needs a little more time.
Forget it, Maury, and forget Lou Dutton. I told you I'm not playing that game. I want a pardon. I want a full pardon or nothing.
I can get you a stay. Then Lou will have time to uncover that paid-off perjured witness.
For a famous defense attorney, you're a miserable liar.
Will you just sign this?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to spoil your perfect record of acquittals.
I took this case because I'm a defense lawyer. Moral judgments are of no concern to me. They can't be. A case to me is strictly a legal problem. Now, will you please sign this?
Maury, will you understand? There's no way out of this place. And hopes and dreams just make it worse. There's only your final exit, dead.
Herbie, you're not giving up without a fight.
No, I'm fighting. I'm fighting all the way. But when I die, it'll be on my own terms. As a man.
All right, Professor. All right, Socrates.
I brought you some dress-up clothes, Herbie.
Oh, I know it's very important to be well dressed where I'm going. Surprises me is you didn't come in and measure me for them personally, Pops.
Now, Herbie. You'll get that stay.
Sure you will, Professor.
You'll get that stay.
You get it yet, Prof?
Sure you will. Sure you will. Sure.
What do you want to eat, Herbie?
Swiss cheese on rye and black coffee.
Well, now you know you can.
I know I can get Bombay duck. I just want Swiss cheese on rye and black coffee.
He thinks he's tough, Pops. Too good to order a real meal and pass it on to the boys.
When that time comes, they can order their own.
Herbie, I'll slip a shot in that coffee.
No shot, just straight black coffee.
Come on, Lafferty.
Anything I can do?
No, thank you, Father.
I wish I could make things easier for you.
Well, you can't. There's another thing you can do for me. You might try for a few thousand others that'll be along.
I wish I could make it easier.
You remember this, Father? And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me.
The Lord didn't want Cain slain. He arranged for Cain's passage into the land of Nod.
Maybe they were kinder in those days. Even though the human scapegoat was still demanded, there was still sanctuary sometimes.
You quote very old, very primitive laws.
The human conscience can be reduced to something purely primitive, Father. And there's a point where the only way a man can defend his pride, or what he has left of it, is to fight like an animal for his life.
But to fight like a beast in the jungle is to fight without hope.
Right you are.
Every man here wears a suit of armor to protect himself. Each man wears his own kind. I hope yours is the right kind for you.
Your eats will be here right away, Herbie.
How come you didn't make them with your own fat hands, Pops?
What are you always bugging him for? All he's trying to do is give you a break.
Well, don't you know who he is, Hennessy? That's the Judas goat that leads the sheep to slaughter. The sadist with a sunshine smile. A ghoul, a necrophile. Lover of the dead, Hennessy.
All right, Herbie.
I'm ready.
Come on, Herbie. You gonna need some help?
No.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Take him back to his cell.
When you attacked Pops, I was on my way down to tell you that I just talked to your attorney by telephone. They uncovered that witness, and he's fingered the guy who really killed the girl. You know what this is, Morrison. This is a stay. There would have been a pardon coming to you. That means you could have walked out of here, clean. Oh, I'll bet Pops Lafferty is smiling wherever he is because you're back. You're really back for killing him. Do you know what it's like in here after you bumped a guard, Morrison? Do you really have any idea? Well, you will know. You'll find out.